Hi friends, welcome to this pre-market analysis of Nifty, where on a chart we try to make informed guesses of where buyers and sellers are. So this is Nifty on a daily time frame, and these are the fair value gaps, and these are the levels that we had drawn yesterday. And our analysis was that if Nifty decides to go downwards, it walks right into a huge liquidity zone. That's all these fair value gaps and these levels here. And it if the selling is very harsh, then even then it might just consolidate here. Otherwise, it has to be some sort of a black swan event for it to break towards the downside. And on the upside, we didn't have a view on the upside. We just knew that it could consolidate here or could just give bounces off this level like these, like we have seen in these days. So let's just get rid of all these drawings. Start with the monthly time frame. We just closed a monthly candle today and start our analysis. This is Nifty on a monthly time frame, and what you see here is that this is a time frame, and these are the biases on a monthly time frame. I have said I have no bias on Nifty. I have written not sure. Why is it not sure? Because for a bearish bias, I will need lower highs to be formed like this, and for a bullish bias, I will need higher lows to be formed like this. I don't see any of that right here, therefore it's not sure. But we have two important levels to look out for. That's this swing low, that's where buyers are, and then this swing low, that's where the sellers are. So that's the range for range in between Nifty will ideally stay on a monthly time frame. I know it's a large gap, a large range that I'm talking about, but it is the monthly time frame. Going over to the weekly time frame, on a weekly time frame, again, same. I have no bias here. So let me just explain that one. It's an interesting one to look out for. A swing high, a lower high, and a lower high. But this lower high should have been protected ideally for a bearish base to sustain. But that bias was not sustained. You see this swing high was taken right here. And then there's another candle. And then there's another candle that's still being formed. So until this is completed, we do not have a bias there. And on a weekly candle, we have a fair value gap that's right here. Once again, fair value gaps are liquidity zones. So this is buy side liquidity. It's a green fair value gap. It's a buy side liquidity. Going over to the daily time frame. On a daily time frame, again, the bias is not sure. Why is it not sure? So let me explain. It's a swing low. It's a swing low here. That swing low was taken. There's a swing high here. That was also taken. So there's no continuation of bias here, but here we have a few more fair value gaps that were formed. There's a big fair value gap that was formed on the up move, and there's this fair value gap. That's another fair value gap that was formed. So you see this coexistence of so many fair value gaps. That's like buy side liquidity. Then if Nifty decides to go up, then this will be the target for Nifty. That's 24,480. That's almost 24,500. And if Nifty decides to come down, this will be the first target. That's 23,500. And this will be the second target. That's 23,425. So 500 and 400, just to round it off. So those are the levels to look out for. And then on a 4-hour time frame, what's a bias in Nifty? Here, take a look at this. This is a proper bearish bias, a swing high and a lower high formed here. That's a bearish bias. And let's go to the hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame, it is bearish. You see, there's a swing high, another swing, a lower high, a lower high, lower high, lower high. All of these highs that continuously come lower than the previous one, they are protected. That's how a bearish bias looks like. That's it. Nothing more from my side. It's more of a consolidating market. Until it breaks out or breaks down, I have no trades in here. That's it from my side. I'm not a certified analyst. I do it only for educational purpose. Thank you.